Coming up on this edition of NICB News, tornadoes touched down in the New Orleans area. We were on the scene assessing the damage and warning residents about potential fraud. Also, we'll tell you how some states are cracking down on towing fees and how one state tackled a multi-million-dollar healthcare scam. Plus, we head to the desert and check in on the 2017 IFM conference to find out what experts are doing to detect fraud and deter fraud. That's all next on NICB News. We're here at the 2017 Insurance Fraud Management Conference in Phoenix, where even the people that live here year-round say it's exceptionally hot for this time of year. But the other hot topic, insurance fraud. We'll get back to that in just a moment. First, let's go to New Orleans. In February, the New Orleans area was hit by an EF3 tornado that damaged many homes in the east side of the city. As many residents are still recovering from the damage, NICB reminds consumers that in the weeks ahead, homeowners in disaster areas should be alert to the potential for fraud by unscrupulous contractors and home repair businesses. After a disaster, contractors often go door to door in affected neighborhoods, offering cleanup and/or construction and repair services. Most are reputable, but many are not. One common scheme is to pocket a down payment and then never show up for the job, or never complete a job that was started. Another scheme is to use inferior materials and perform shoddy work that's not up to code in order to increase their profit. Almost all of these scams are unsolicited. They begin with a visit from a contractor who seeks to help the victims rebuild. That's why NICB recommends that if you didn't request it, reject it. Before hiring any contractor, call your insurance company. Your insurance company will honor its policy so that there's no need to rush into an agreement with a contractor who solicits your repair work, especially when you did not request it. Anyone with information concerning insurance fraud can report it anonymously by calling toll-free 800-TEL-NICB. That's 800-TEL-NICB. Abuses by tow truck operators have been widely reported over the past several years, and as a result, several states have passed or are considering legislation that would put limits on shady towing operations. Most recently, Ohio's governor signed into law a bill that allows the state to regulate towing fees and storage charges in an effort to put a stop to outrageous and inflated towing fees and towers that take vehicles to a storage yard and hold them hostage while running up daily storage fees that are passed along to the owner or to his insurance company. Insurers can now take civil action to have the vehicle released within 2 days of payment of the bill. Missouri passed a bill that went into effect in November prohibiting towing companies from stopping at accident scenes unless requested by the police, the owner, or if it's an emergency situation. They also have to provide a written estimate of charges and allow owners access to the storage yard. Illinois' law went into effect in August and bans illegal solicitation of accident victims, and towers who violate that ban can be sued by the owner or their insurance company. It's also created a statewide commission to examine towing laws and make more recommendations aimed at stopping towing abuse and fraud. And California enacted similar limits on solicitation and responding to an accident scene in 2015. They also require a written estimate of charges and sign off by the vehicle operator before it can be towed. Other states, in particular Pennsylvania, are looking at towing legislation, and the National Conference of Insurance Legislators is working on a model bill specifically aimed at protecting consumers. NICB warns motorists to always know what you're agreeing to before allowing your car to be towed and to never deal with a towing operator that shows up without being requested. Don't be pressured by unscrupulous operators. Letting someone tow your car could end up costing you thousands of dollars in fees and storage. Prosecutors in South Florida have indicted 7 people in connection with an alleged scam aimed at filing false insurance claims to collect payments for care of people supposedly being treated at so-called sober homes, group homes for treatment of drug and alcohol addiction. The National Insurance Crime Bureau supported investigations by the FBI, state, and local agencies, which resulted in arrest and indictments alleging that patients were recruited and given kickbacks or bribes so that their insurance could be billed. Once at the facility, officials say some patients were threatened if they tried to leave, and some females were coerced into prostitution, saying they would not have to pay rent or participate in treatment or testing as long as the defendants could continue to bill their insurance companies for treatment and testing that they did not receive. If convicted, the defendants face up to 10 years in prison for healthcare fraud and money laundering. The indictment also seeks to recover $5.4 million paid by insurers in allegedly fraudulent claims. Earlier this month, claims and special investigations executives from insurance companies around the nation gathered in Phoenix for the annual Insurance Fraud Management Conference, where NICB personnel led and moderated panels on insurance fraud trends related to the impact of technology and social media.
We're taking advantage of our ability, our relationship with law enforcement, our ability to get into the catastrophe site earlier than insurance company representatives are allowed to get in. And once with that and some technology that we've developed, we're working on being able to get that information right to our member companies right away. And because speed is everything when it comes to a catastrophe, as you know.
At IFM, we demonstrated the mystery device for the security expert who helped us purchase it from overseas. Mike Bender said even he was surprised by our unscientific test that enabled us to not only open and start cars, but also to restart them. But he said these attacks are not slowing down or going away.
Every month I see new technology coming out on how to come into a car and take it another way. Through the infotainment center, through GPS, cellular. It'll never stop. It'll always be a continual fight on our side to stay ahead of the curve. Every year in Vegas, you got DEF CON, you got Black Hat, and the topics are always on how easy it is and how cheap it is to build devices to listen in your car, start your car, take your car, disable your car, modify your car, take control of your car. You know, it's the Internet of Things, and vehicles is the largest computer any person owns, and it always will be something to attack and hack and play with.
Speaking of the mystery device, congratulations are in order for our communications department for winning a 2017 Telly Award for our video on the mystery device. The video showcases how new technology is being used to not only unlock and open vehicles, but also to start and steal them. It was picked up by many major outlets in print, television, and online, including an exclusive feature on the Today Show. The department was also recognized with an honorable mention by PR Daily's 2016 Video Awards. That came for the report on a 1981 Ferrari that had been stolen 29 years ago and then recovered finally at the Port of Los Angeles by Customs and Border Protection. Also, congratulations to our NICB Regional Director in the Northwest, Dana McDonald. He was recently reappointed to serve as a member of the Insurance Fraud Advisory Board in the state of Washington for a term of 4 years. He's the longest serving member of this board, having been a member since it was established in 2006. That's it for this edition of NICB News. We'll have another report for you in the summer. In the meantime, you can always keep up to date on what's going on in the world of insurance fraud by logging onto our website at www.nicb.org or by reading our blog at www.nicbblog.org. You can also view our latest Fraud Files edition on our YouTube channel. We also have plenty of information on our Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram accounts. I'm Roger Morris. Thanks for watching.